Hey guys, so I wanted to do my top products of 2014. I just wanted to give a shout out to the products that I've been really enjoying lately or that I've discovered and I really like. So let's just jump right in. So I think I'm going to start with more of like skincare and like bath stuff because lately I've been really getting into skincare and things like that more than I have before. Before I just kind of used whatever cleanser or things like that. And now I'm actually looking more into like moisturizers and sunscreen and exfoliators just for the face and the whole body. One of the things that really got me into skincare was reading Don't Go to the Cosmetics Counter Without Me. This is by Paula, don't know how to pronounce her last name, but it's the lady from Paula's Choice Cosmetics. So I have barely scratched the surface, but I really love how she gives you a lot of really good information about different skin types and products and things in the beginning. And then closer to the end, she does thorough reviews on products from a whole bunch of different skincare companies. So there's Wet n Wild, Yes To, Tarte, just everything is in here, and she gives really good information and really good reviews. So I've been really loving this, and I've had this quite a few years, but I just barely started reading it now, and I'm really glad I did. So another couple of things I've really been enjoying are from Lush. I actually have 3 things from Lush. And the first one is this 9 to 5 cleansing lotion. I actually got these 3 from my boyfriend Joe, so thanks. I got these for Christmas, so still made it into my favorites of 2014. But back to the 9 to 5 lotion, I really like this for cleansing off any mascara or eye makeup mostly. I love just putting this on like a cotton ball and just kind of like setting it on my eyes and really letting it work that makeup off. But also today I use it as a moisturizer under my foundation and I really like it. It soaks in really well, it smells really nice, it's vegan, cruelty-free, handmade, and I just love Lush stuff. The next thing is Dream Cream. This is a smaller size because it came in like a gift set from Lush. This is hand and body lotion and it smells like lavender. I don't know, it just smells really good. If I use this after I shave my legs in the shower, it doesn't burn my legs, but it moisturizes so well all over the body, on your hands, and I just highly recommend it. I really want to buy this. I only had it a few weeks and I've used up like half of it already, so that's what it looks like. It's just really thick and it's just amazing. I wish you could smell it. The last thing I've been loving from Lush, enough to mention in this video because I have a ton of things I love. I could honestly do a whole video on Lush, but is this bar, and it's a super exfoliating bar. It smells really good. It could be a really good woman's or men's smell. It's got like vanilla, but also kind of like a musky scent to it, and it just smells so good. And this one is called You Snap the Whip, and it I have this little tin that goes with it as well, and I just love this so much. At first when I got it, I thought, like, you could kind of feel it, and it kind of feels like one of those body massage butters that they have in like different shapes and stuff. But then when you actually take it in the shower and you rub it on your skin, it's super exfoliating. It's not one of those exfoliators that just kind of melts. It really can scrub kind of like sand almost, but in a gentle way, because this brick kind of starts to lather up a little bit, and I think this has a lot of like those butters and like massaging oils and things, and it just moisturizes really nicely, and I just am super in love with this. I love just sticking it in my room like this because it just starts to kind of fragrance and it just smells so good. If you can, just go in the Lush store and smell this. It's called You Snap the Whip. Now my last skincare item that I'm going to mention is my L'Oreal Paris. This is just a face wash. It's the Go 360 Clean, but it's the exfoliating one. This is a really nice scrub as well, and then after you scrub it on your face and some of the beads start to kind of melt, I like to use this to remove eye makeup as well. But the best part about this is this little scrubby. This is great, and I feel like it has helped my acne so much because I get hormonal breakouts right around here, and it can, like, mostly I have oily skin, but when I have breakouts and things, I get dry patches. So this is really nice to just gently exfoliate. It's super smooth and gentle, and it works really well to scrub in the scrub, or I just use it with any face wash, or even if I have like a bar of soap, I just scrub it on there and scrub it, and I just really have been loving this. Now moving on to a few face products I've really been loving in 2014. The first one is this Napoleon Curtis Autopilot Primer. This is the skin primer with vitamin E and chamomile extract, and I really love this. I don't know if you can hear, but it's like almost empty. I literally had to put this away, like out of sight, so that I would stop using it because I really want to savor it. I got this for really cheap at Ulta because they were discontinuing the line, I guess. And it was like 75% off because this is normally like a $52 primer, but it's really nice. I feel like it helped to calm my acne even, and it just worked really well to moisturize my skin, even though I do have like acne prone and a little bit oily skin. And I really loved it in combination with the next product I wanted to mention, which is the Bare Minerals Original Foundation. And I loved using this as a primer just to make sure my skin was really moisturized and that this powder would stick to it really nicely and look really flawless. So the shade I have is in Fairly Light, and I love how it has this little kind of like sifter in it, so that when you want to use the product, you just turn it, and then you see that opens up the holes and you can dump your product out. And then when you don't want to use it anymore, you can close it up, because I like to store mine sideways, so I'm glad that it's not going to spill out. But I really love this. It has a beautiful finish. Even though it's a powder, it has a very beautiful glow, and it just has really good coverage. I never believed that a powder foundation could have really good coverage, but this is amazing. And I love it for days that I don't want to do makeup, but I still want to have a little bit of coverage, because they do say that powder foundations can be a lot less toxic than liquid foundations, so that's kind of interesting, but I'm still learning about all this. But I really love this, so definitely a favorite of 2014. So I really tried to limit what I would talk about, so I really only have a couple things left. So the next things that I'll talk about are some eye products, and I really want to mention my Too Faced Natural Eye Palette. I've been using this a ton. When I first got it, I wasn't like super in love with it. I mean, I did love it, but it's not like, it wasn't like my super like all-out favorite. But lately it's all I've been reaching for. Whenever I recommend something to someone, if someone's looking for just a nice high-end palette to start with, I would totally start with this one. I would totally skip over the Naked palette, because honestly, in this palette my favorite shades are Honey Pot, this one here called Push Up, Cashmere Bunny, and Silk Teddy. And these are all these shades you can find in the Naked palette, and these four shades that are dupes for the shades in the Naked palette are like the only ones I use out of the Naked palette, so why didn't I just buy this one in the first place? I don't know if that makes sense. And then on top of that, I love this one here called Sexpresso. It's perfect. I used actually this palette in this look today, so I'll link that video down below. I don't know if it's going to come out before or after this, but I used this whole palette and then one red eyeshadow, and I just love this. I also really love Chocolate Martini, and then this shade here. This shade's pretty good. I just love this entire palette, and it's $36, and I think the Naked palette is like $54, but you still get 9 shadows. You're only 3 shadows off, and I just think it's a great deal. It's really compact. I've given a couple for Christmas. Anytime someone needs to borrow a makeup palette, like my sister, she's going on a date, I'll set this one out for her. It's just all around a really great palette. Another palette I've been in love with this year is the Lorac Pro 2. I just think it's so unique. It doesn't have all the same shadows that some of these other palettes have. There's some really unique ones in here, and they have great pigmentation. You get a ton of shadows. Even though they are a little bit smaller, I really don't mind, because I mean, when's the last time you hit pan or, you know, use an eyeshadow up completely? So I really love this. Some of my favorites are Nectar, this blue shade. The plum is really beautiful. I love these gray shades. They've really been getting me into using cooler colors, and I just love this whole palette. It's just amazing. So if you want to get your hands on this, I definitely would do that. Again, I think it's a better deal than the Urban Decay ones. Even if you get the number 1, I think it's can be comparable to the Naked one. They're $42. They give you a full size of the primer potion, their primer, the behind the scenes eye primer. I haven't used it a lot. I put it away just because I have a lot of primers to go through. But I think it's a better deal. It's cheaper, you get the full size primer, and it's just very unique. The last eyeshadow type thing I have is my Z palette, and I'm super excited that I filled this up. So I have a couple blushes, a couple things I depotted, MAC shadows in here, some Coastal Scents one I've really been loving, and my NYX ones I've depotted, my Makeup Geek, just a lot of different things in here, and I've really been enjoying it. I just love how everything's all in one spot, and if I wanted to travel, I have my blushes and all the eyeshadows I could need in here, and it's just all set. So a couple little shout outs to some of the single eyeshadows I've been really loving are this one here, if I can, I don't want to wreck it. If I can get it out. The magnets it comes with are really strong too. So this one is called Cherry Moss by Coastal Scents. It's sort of like one of those blue-brown shades, but it's a lot more green. And it's still really, really unique. Another one I really have been loving is Caramel Ice. That's another one by Coastal Scents. Those ones I think are only $2. And another one I want to mention by Coastal Scents is called Cantaloupe Slice. And I saw one like this on Makeup Geek called Chickadee. And this one is really, really a beautiful shade for just blending out in the crease to warm it up. If you could see how I have the red placed on mine, if you wanted to make this just a natural smoky brown look, you could just take that bright yellow shade and just smoke that out a little bit in the crease, and it would be really, really beautiful as a transition shade. But those are just a couple I wanted to mention. I love all the ones in here. I think this one is Bitten by Makeup Geek. I've been loving that. A couple more here by NYX and Coastal Scents. I just love all these guys, and I just love having them in travel-friendly packaging, and I just love this Z palette because I made it, so I just love it. Can you tell I love it? So one last thing to do with eye type stuff is I just want to give a shout out to my e.l.f. glitter primer. This guy has had my back all year, whether it comes to Halloween, having glitter, or New Year's Eve, doing like pigments. This just really is awesome. So I have been loving this. It's only $2. My Target discontinued it, I think, but I think you can still find it online, and I just really love it. Now, just to finish up, I wanted to mention a couple of lip products. This is the e.l.f. Matte Lip Color in Natural, and I have it on my lips today with a gloss over it, but it's just a really pretty natural shade. I love pinky nudes, and I love this one a lot because it doesn't really have too much peach in it, and I just think peach isn't very flattering on me. So I've just been really loving this. I think it's only $3, and it stays really well. And if you want it to be a little bit more moisturizing, you can top it with a gloss, and I just have been in love with this, honestly. Next thing I've been loving are NYX lip liners in general. I've been really into them lately, but I just love this shade Pale Pink. It's the perfect color for my lips, and this is a great one if you are a little bit more fair and you want to kind of overdraw your lips a little bit. It makes it look really natural, and I've just been in love. And then the last thing is from NYX. This is their lip primer, and I think this is in the lighter shade. I think there's 2 shades, but I've been really liking this if you have a little bit more of an emollient lipstick or something that's a little bit kind of like the NYX macaroon lipsticks, or the Black Label lipstick. Anything that's a little bit too emollient, or maybe a red, or maybe you have trouble with feathering. I just really love this. It really helps to grab onto your lipstick and hold it down. Even if it is pretty emollient, it's not going to go anywhere. So I really have been loving this. So that's pretty much all my top favorites, and I just have a couple things that I don't want to go without mentioning just really quickly. So one of those is the Lorac Pro. This is just the brow pencil, and this isn't in the correct shade for me, but I did use it on a celebrity tutorial for Kristen Stewart. I'll link that below too. but I just really have been liking this pencil, and next time I need an eyebrow product, I'm definitely going to go for this one instead of the Anastasia one, because I've tried that one, but I just love this one a lot better. Another thing is my Victoria's Secret, this is just my holy grail bronzer. I just love this. You can't get this anymore, and I'm super bummed. I went by the Victoria's Secret by my house the other day, and I looked through their sale stuff to see if maybe they had any makeup stuff left that they were going to bring out, but they didn't, so I'm just super bummed. I might try to go to MAC or something, and I might see if they have something similar to this. Another thing I've really been liking is my e.l.f. Baked Blush. This is in Passion Pink, and of all the blushes I have, I've been reaching for this one so often. It's just a really beautiful kind of marbled, kind of like dewy baked blush. I don't even know if this is going to show up, but I have it there on my hand. It gives a little bit of a glow, and it's just so pretty, and it's a beautiful rose shade, and I think it was only $3. I honestly reached for this one over my NARS and Clinique and NYX blushes. I've just been in love with this one so much. It has a beautiful glow. Another thing I've been loving as far as highlighters is my Stila Kitten Duo. It's just, I feel like I'm almost hitting pan on it, but it's just a really great highlighting duo. Another thing I've been loving is the Napoleon lipstick in Electra. Just their lipsticks in general, it's just so beautiful. It was another thing that Ulta was discontinuing, so I got it on super sale because this is like $25, and I also have a really beautiful red shade. The last thing I just want to mention quickly is my e.l.f. High Definition Under Eye Setting Powder. I honestly feel like this does truly make a difference when I'm setting my under eye. The concealer I use isn't super crease prone to begin with, but I do notice that when I set it with this guy, it really doesn't crease at all, and it helps keep my under eye just in balance and not creasing or greasy or anything like that, and it really does make a difference, so I highly recommend. I think again it's only like $3, but that is going to complete my video. I hope everyone had a great 2014, but I wish everyone a awesome 2015, and I can't wait to see all the new products that are coming out in the drugstore or, you know, high-end anything, and I'm just super excited. So I hope you guys have a great year, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.